what about the demand for gold though? We need to talk about demand. Central banks have been net buyers for 16 years straight. They took another 244 tons in the first 3 months of this year alone. Call it roughly 1,000 tons a year that they need. Then there's the new bit. Hong Kong's vaults hold around 200 tons today. The stated target for this plan that China is building, this gold corridor, is 2,000 tons inside of 3 years. So that's 1,800 tons that they have to source all of a sudden. About 600 tons per year for the next 3 years. So add this all up, central banks plus this gold corridor want about 1,600 tons of gold per year. That's 44% of every ounce the planet mines before a single normal investor buys any gold at all. So who is selling it to them? Because at 4,070 an ounce, I'm not selling it to them, are you? The metal has to come from somewhere. It comes out of Western vaults, Western funds, Western jewelry boxes, but people only sell gold if the price is high enough to tempt them to bloody sell it. Mine output is fixed for a decade, so the only flexible gold on the planet is metal that somebody already owns and decides to let go of, essentially. And nobody's selling their gold when the world looks like this. It takes a silly price for people to sell. It was at 5,600 and you couldn't get a hold of physical gold. So you have to assume that it has to go higher than that for people to start selling gold. Now, you might say, yeah, but it dropped from 5,600, but that's not because people were selling physical gold. It was almost impossible to get hold of physical gold when prices were that high. That was because of Comex and their shenanigans, right? And we know that. So, let's move on. Now, going back a few weeks, I did a video and I said $10,000 for gold was plausible, but a bit extreme. And that for it to happen anytime soon, we would need something to properly break in the world, a massive recession, AI bubble popping, etc. But in finance, you need to be flexible. You need to be able to change your opinion when the world around you changes, and the world has bloody changed. Because then the only fast road to $10,000, because it's always eventually going to go to $10,000, but the only fast road to $10,000 was through panic, a crisis, a war, money printers going flat out. That road needs essentially the world to be on fire. This one's different though. You've got a buyer who doesn't care what the price is. There's no sell button, and they've just built a system that forces them to keep buying for the next 20 years. Quick thing before you go, I've written a free guide called How to Retire Before 2036. It's a full 10-year plan for anyone starting late. Get out of debt, invest properly, retire on time. Free download, link in the description.